Warning, Cheaters may contain adult themes and strong language. Parents are cautioned that this program may not be suitable for children. Coming up on this episode of Cheaters.
We know that Adam and this young lady are together tonight.
I need to call my mother.
Reid, right about this way.
Where'd he go?
He's in his dumpster right there. Get the cameras out of here.
From Cheaters surveillance cameras, you are about to view actual true stories filmed live, documenting the pain of a spouse or lover caused by infidelity. This program is both dedicated to the faithful and presented to the false-hearted to encourage their renewal of temperance and virtue.
Just like he's just trying to keep a big secret from me.
I just can't go on anymore. I need to know the truth.
I don't like being the one that has to show you this.
Oh, Jesus.
I asked her about his, and she said nothing was going on.
Do you want to confront him?
Oh, yeah. Take me there.
Yeah, I got him. Hey, go. Go.
Get down, camera.
Whoa.
This is like not how this is supposed to work,
Just
John.
go. Go with him.
I love you. I'm so sorry.
Real reality television is brought to you by Cheaters Detective Agency's Private Eyes on Cheaters.
Greetings. I'm Joey Greco. Thank you for watching this episode of Cheaters. Meet Rashelle Reid, a fragile young woman experiencing a high level of suspicion regarding her longtime boyfriend. Ready to start the case, Rachelle prepares herself for whatever lies ahead.
Rashelle Reid, age 20, a worried waitress with feelings that her boyfriend disregards his role as man of the house by sneaking around with another woman.
Adam moved in about 6 months after we started dating, and it was good to have another male figure around the house. My mom always leaned on me when she was having problems or was troubled, and it was good to have Adam around all the time because he was someone that I could lean on. I'm not the easiest person for him to live with, and I can make it hard for him because I am forgetful and also have problems concentrating and doing certain things. But I feel in our relationship that I'm doing just as much for him as he does for me. And I'm there for him when he needs someone, just as much as he's there for me. And that's why I don't understand why he's doing the things that he's doing. He's been more distant, and he's been giving me the runaround about things. He has been going out with his friends a lot more, not spending as much time with me, not doing the things that he usually does for me, just showing less love towards me almost, it seems. It scares me to think that Adam would be cheating on me. He tells me he loves me, and I love him so much. He's everything to me. But you don't treat people you love like this.
If you suspect infidelity in your relationship, Cheaters licensed investigators may be able to provide you assistance. Exercise your right to be informed. Adam Green, age 21, a software engineer possibly tooling around town with someone other than his girlfriend. Investigation Day 1. Cheaters operatives find good fortune on the first day of investigation. Suspect Adam Green is observed leaving the residence owned by complainant Reid's mother, where he currently resides. After a short drive, suspect Green ends up at a local diner. He struts in and takes a seat in a booth. Suspect Green cracks a big smile as an unknown female approaches the booth and sits down. The grim reality of their association unfolds before the rolling cameras. She leans over for a kiss. The two make out for a while and then shift their attention to their meal. When the check arrives, the unknown female offers to pick up the tab, with no objection from suspect Green. He shows his appreciation and his class by snatching up the tip money while his companion's back is turned. As the two walk out of the restaurant, he grabs her derriere in a questionable display. The two are then followed to an unknown parking garage. He leaves without further incident, and Cheater's agents pack it in for the day. Investigation Day 4. Cheater's detectives are back on suspect Green's trail as he calmly walks out of his residence. He gets into his car and is tracked down to an unknown address. Inspectors take a closer look at suspect Green and his female companion, who has now been identified as Candace Young. The couple gets into his car and disappears around the corner. They come upon a famous and costly bistro where companion Young undoubtedly will fork over the dough to cover all expenses. The two make out for a while and then go their separate ways. Cheater's inspectors call it a day. Investigation Day 9. Cheater's detectives finally get a visual on suspect Green after failing to pin down his whereabouts for 4 long days. He is seen leaving his residence and is followed to, surprise, companion Young's abode. He walks right in and is not seen for approximately 45 minutes. Suspect Green and companion Young emerge from the apartment all dolled up in some kind of costume. After a closer look, Cheater's agents realize the two have made themselves up to look like Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley from the popular rock band Kiss. The two are then observed driving into the parking lot of a convenience store. Suspect Green proves that he's effective at being two-faced, as witnessed in a recorded phone call.
Hey, baby, what's going on?
Nothing. I'm surprised to hear from you. What's up?
I'm just at work. I'm working. I wanted to tell you that we can't go out tonight because I have to work late.
I thought we were gonna.
I'm sorry, baby. I just think you have to work there. I love you. I know you love me. I have to work.
I do love you, but we planned this for a week. You can't keep blowing me off like this.
I don't mean to. It's just the way it works.
Okay, well,
I'm sorry, baby. I'll call you in a while. Okay? I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Cheater's operatives prepare to inform Rachelle that her live-in boyfriend has not been open about where he's been and what he's been doing. Coming up, the confrontation.
Now that Mr. Green's dishonesty is established, Cheater summons Rachelle to inform her of her boyfriend's disgraceful activities. Knowing that the truth will finally be disclosed, Rachelle braces for an unwelcome revelation.
Rachelle, thanks for being with us tonight. Initially, when you contacted the show, you were concerned about your relationship with Adam.
Yes.
And you asked us to get some information to answer some questions that you had. Are you ready to take a look at that now?
Yes.
When we started the investigation, this is right outside your house. There he is coming out to the car.
That's him.
He stopped by a diner, and after a while, he's joined by a young lady. They lean over and share a kiss, and this is right off the bat. And it looks like they're just getting kind of comfortable and cozy. She pays the tab. And he's got the nerve to take tip money off the table. They walk out, and he's got his hand firmly planted on her. Well, he walks her up to her car. He's up there for a little while and heads back home. Now, Rachelle, on this time, he arrives at someone's apartment. He comes out again in the company of this young lady. They're walking, holding hands, arm in arm. The detective follows them to a cafe. After a dinner and spending some time there, they go back to her place. They are embraced. And there's a goodnight kiss. Now, on this day, he was followed again leaving her home. Goes back to the same apartment where this young lady lives. After being in the house for a short period of time, he comes out with face paint on and a wig. She's got makeup on.
What are they doing?
And sure enough, they're headed to the Kiss concert.
I can't believe you put everything down the drain for that slut.
Well, now, Rachelle, we know that Adam and this young lady are together tonight. They're at a club, and they're just together on the patio. Knowing what you know, how do you want to go forward from here?
I need to call my mother.
Okay, you want to do that? We can call your mom.
so sorry, Mom. You were right.
We don't have a lot of time there together right now. Why don't you come this way?
He promised me he would never do this to her. He promised. I'm so overprotective when it comes to her.
All right, we're coming up right now. Door will be open. He's going to be up against a rail. Okay, hang on. Not yet. Oh, you're right. Oh, sorry about that. Keep going.
Is he running?
Where'd he go?
Is he running? Don't tell
Where'd
me
he go?
ran out of here. Who are you?
Huh? I'm Candace. Who are you?
Candace,
Who are you?
this is Rachelle and Rachel.
Talk to me like that.
No.
I'm Joey Greco from Cheaters.
Oh, okay.
This is Adam's girlfriend.
This is her first love.
Why don't you take it up with him then? Why don't you go find him or something? That's a good idea. Thanks. Okay. I don't know why you're talking to me. I need to know.
All right.
Coming up, the conclusion.
Why don't you go find him or something? That's a good idea. Thanks. Okay. I don't know why you're talking to me. I need to know.
All right.
I'm not upset anymore. I'm mad and I want to find him.
Is that a camera down there? Yeah, there's a camera. Where'd he go?
He's in his dumpster right there.
This right here? Adam.
Get the cameras out of here. I don't want to be on TV, man. Get this out of my face.
All right, Adam, you know what? Just relax.
How could you do this to me?
I can't do it all.
Maybe because he has to answer to two people instead of one.
I don't want to hear you right now. This has nothing to do with you. You are not important to him. We are.
I got too many problems going on in my life. She don't even know anything about me.
You know, well, you know what? Could you share that? Are you in a relationship? If you're in a relationship with someone, that's when you can like open up and share.
Why did you have to get the whole world in this, huh?
Because you couldn't say anything about it.
How come
No, you got to get everybody involved.
How come you couldn't just tell me yourself?
I'm through with it, man. I can't handle you two anymore.
So am I.
Well, where are you gonna live,
You should
Adam?
have told me.
I'll find somewhere to live. I don't need you guys.
Okay, you
I
pack
don't
your
need it.
bags tonight then. If
I'm
that's
gone.
the truth, you pack your bag, go live with your little friend over there.
Look, Candace, I don't know what your relationship is. I don't know what your plans are. But does this tell you anything about that young man?
I don't know. She's kind of getting on my nerves.
You have to do this on public TV? Humiliate me, humiliate yourself?
You brought it to this.
I think it sucks for him.
If you just want to sleep with him, if you're an anonymous, then that's your decision.
I couldn't believe you'd stoop to this. Get the whole world involved.
I'd stoop to what? Look what you're doing. I would never stoop to jumping in the garbage. You did.
If I had to listen to a little chihuahua like that all the time, I'd probably do some too.
I don't even want to have to deal with you right now. So no, we can't talk about this with the cameras off or on because it's over.
Damn, get that out of my face. Come on, let's go.
Please stop smoking. Please. Rachelle.
Wait for my car.
You know that you can't build your self-esteem around somebody else.
I did a lot for him, and I thought he was doing a lot for me, but now everything's becoming more clear. I understand that he had to deal with both of us, but only because he chose to. He moved into our home. He chose to be dependent upon us, and I was dependent upon him, and now it's gonna be hard changing.
But you can do it. You know you can.
I know. I hope.
After the confrontation, Rachelle admits that she's somewhat responsible for allowing Green to fill her full of lies. At the end of the show, Cheaters lets you know what she intends to do with her feelings of regret. But next, Cheaters presents Tracy George, previously caught in between Yasmin Franco and Danny Marshall. Tracy talks candidly with Cheaters about being stuck in the middle of a feuding couple.
Tracy George, age 25. Tracy comes to Cheaters to explain her involvement in the Franco case and why she has regrets about the incident.
Danny and I had gone to happy hour, and we were coming out to the car, and I just saw all these lights, and I didn't know what was going on. And then I saw this girl being wheeled out in a wheelchair, and I didn't know who she was. I didn't know what was going on until they started talking to Danny.
Danny, I'm Joey with Cheaters. Can you explain to Yasmin what you're out with her?
Out of my face.
Danny,
What are you
don't worry
doing?
about that. Why don't you just talk to her?
Why don't you mind your business? What are you doing?
No, this is my business.
Do this to me? Do what to you? Look at you. This is why. What are you doing?
I did not know about his girlfriend at the time. I was kind of suspicious that something was going on, but I wasn't sure. We had only been dating for a short period of time, and he never said anything about a girlfriend. So when she started yelling at me, I didn't know what she was yelling at me for, because I didn't think he had a girlfriend.
This woman.
You're just some hoe he's got. You're just some hoe. All you do is do for you and nobody else. You're gonna come here and embarrass me in public like this? What's wrong with you?
What are you talking? You are the one that's embarrassing.
You're an asshole. No. You're an asshole treating me like this. You here?
Danny that I know is sweet, loving, caring, good-hearted. He likes kids, he likes animals. He just doesn't act like that unless somebody makes him mad.
Same thing. Stay down. You see.
Go home. Go home.
The same thing you see him doing to her, he's gonna do to you.
Slut. That's all yours. A little slut to him.
I lost my job because of the show. Apparently the part of the building that I worked in was shown on tape when Danny picked me up for work one day. And I worked for a school district. And apparently one of the parents called into the school district and recognized the building, and the superintendent didn't like that very much, so they let me go. I think that everything happens for a reason, and I hope that Yasmin's doing better and that Danny and I can continue on with our relationship and spend the rest of our lives together, because I love him.
Rashelle Reid now says that she and her mother are very relieved to have Adam Green out of their home. Rachelle, however, admits that at one time he did fill the role of father figure quite well. But as time went on, Adam's devotion appeared to dissipate into thin air. Rachelle wants to focus on bettering herself and has a desire to pursue a career in the fashion industry. She says that men are unreliable and only out for themselves, which is why she wants to concentrate on her career. Rachelle informs Cheaters that she needs to learn more about relationships and insists upon staying single until she can figure it all out. Adam Green admits to being a little embarrassed for running away from Rachelle during the confrontation. He says that Rachelle and her mother have done so much for him, but he just couldn't muster up the courage to tell them that he was interested in another woman. He states that the pressure laid upon him was so intense that he just cracked. When asked by producers about the hardships involved, Adam replied, "I was really trying my best to comfort two women who had lost a loved one. Sometimes they just asked way too much of me, and I'm very sorry that I could not meet their expectations." Candace Young was quite rude to Cheaters producers when called upon to give a statement concerning her involvement. Her use of derogatory words makes it impossible for Cheaters to air her comments.
Dream